Hello, and welcome to today's presentation on enhancing corporate training, the power of interleaving and quizzing. Before we begin, take a few minutes to review the learning objectives for this session. We've all experienced bad corporate training at some point in our lives. I'm sure we've all heard the classic, "This seems pointless" complaint, at least once in our careers. However, training plays a crucial role in employee development, productivity, and overall company success. Effective training requires a strategic approach that maximizes learning and retention. When dealing with the time constraints that come with working professionals, it can take a lot of work to engage with the employee. Our challenge as trainers then becomes, with a limited amount of time, how do we engage employees and ensure knowledge retention? Research has shown that people can forget close to 50% of new information within an hour. Employees who retain information can apply it directly to their work. A strong knowledge base enables employees to make informed decisions and solve problems more efficiently. Two of the most effective ways of solving these problems is incorporating interleaving and quizzing into training sessions. Take a few minutes and answer the following question on your own sheet of paper. The correct answer is A, 50%. Without intervention, people can forget close to 50% of new information within an hour. Take a few minutes and think of a time when you experienced poor training at work. What did that training look like? What made that training seem bad? And how did you feel during it? If you answered with anything like boring, stale, too long, or not worth my time, you were not alone. In a 2021 survey by Lorman, 33% of U.S. workers said their current company-provided training doesn't meet their expectations. How many of those training sessions you thought of could be improved if the material was varied to keep you engaged? What is interleaving? Interleaving is where you mix or interleave multiple related topics and subjects during a learning session. This could mean alternating between individual focused work and collaborative team projects, switching between analytical tasks and creative brainstorming session, or incorporating diverse learning methods like workshops, online courses, and mentorship into employee development plans. Why should we interleave training? Interleaving has been proven to improve knowledge retention. When training is varied, it helps the learner better contextualize and assess the material in front of them. Interleaving forces the brain to constantly retrieve prior information, strengthening memory associations. For example, when teaching a new hire about the communications tools your company uses, it is common to break the instruction into blocks based on the individual tool, i.e., email, chat, word processing, etc. An interleaved approach would combine instruction on email, chat, and word processing with live demos and real-world scenarios, showing how these tools work together to create a complete workflow. Because of its varied nature, interleaving can make training sessions more engaging by preventing boredom. This helps learners apply their new skills in a variety of settings later on. Take a few minutes and answer the following question on your own sheet of paper. The correct answer is C. It prevents boredom and promotes active learning. When training is varied, it adds excitement to the session and helps learners stay focused. Please take a few minutes to review the following question and mark your answer down on a piece of paper. What is interleaving and how does it differ from traditional training methods? Interleaving is a learning technique that involves mixing up different types of information or skills during training. This is in contrast to traditional training methods, which often present similar information or skills in a block or sequential order. Using some form of retrieval practice helps information stick better in our memories. In a corporate setting, one of the easiest ways to incorporate retrieval practice is with quizzing. Quizzing tends to have a negative connotation, but studies have shown that frequent, low-stake quizzing increases knowledge retention by interrupting forgetting. Quizzing also has other advantages for both student and trainer alike, provides feedback, and aids in active recall. Quizzing allows you to test learners' knowledge and provide feedback. This feedback is twofold. It gives learners a chance to see how well they actually know the material and identify areas of weakness, and allows you, as a trainer, to adjust your approach to the content depending on how well your learners are doing. Active recall is a powerful retrieval technique for strengthening memory. The more we use the information we learn, the stronger our retrieval cues are to help recall, and contextualize the information, making it easier to recall the information again later. We can't have a section about quizzing without some sort of test. Please take a few minutes to review the following question and mark your answer on a piece of paper. How does quizzing provide feedback to both learners and trainers? Quizzing provides feedback to learners by showing them how well they understand the material and identify areas where they need further study. For trainers, quizzing offers insights into learners' understanding, allowing them to adjust their instruction accordingly. Take a few minutes and answer the following question on your own sheet of paper. The correct answer is A, to assess learners' knowledge and understanding. Quizzing is a proven way to increase knowledge retention. The idea of changing your training format can seem really daunting at first. Luckily, there are a few easy ways to start incorporating interleaving and quizzing into your existing materials. First, try combining training formats such as role-playing and group discussions to keep learners engaged and challenged. Mixing up the format keeps the information from getting stale and allows learners to practice skills in different contexts. Next, incorporate quizzing at regular intervals. Instead of doing one big quiz at the end of a course, add multiple smaller quizzes spaced throughout sessions. These quizzes can include any information previously covered. Quizzing at intervals helps reinforce learning and identify knowledge gaps. Lastly, administer a self-assessment before the session. People are poor judges of how well they know something. By doing pre-session assessments, learners can set realistic goals based on their current knowledge level. And you, as the trainer, can tailor the instruction to address specific gaps, maximizing their learning time. Please take a few minutes to think back on a training session you've conducted recently. On a separate piece of paper, answer the question on the screen. How can I effectively incorporate interleaving and quizzing techniques into my existing training materials to enhance learner engagement, retention, and overall learning outcomes? Start small and gradually incorporate these techniques into your materials. Remember, no two trainings are alike. The key is to be creative and adapt these techniques to fit your specific training content and audience. Let's practice what we've learned so far today. Take a few minutes and answer the following questions on your own sheet of paper. The correct answer is C, enhances long-term retention. Interleaving forces the brain to constantly retrieve prior information, strengthening memory associations. The correct answer is D, providing limited feedback to learners. Feedback is an essential part of the learning process. Quizzing can significantly improve knowledge retention in corporate training. By incorporating frequent, low-stakes quizzes, trainers can interrupt the forgetting process and strengthen memory associations. Interleaving training is proven to help enhance knowledge retention and engagement. Instead of focusing on individual subjects in isolation, interleaving creates a more contextualized and memorable learning experience. I hope this presentation has provided you with valuable insights into the power of interleaving and quizzing in corporate training. As a next step, I encourage you to explore ways to incorporate these techniques into your own training programs. If you have any further questions or would like to discuss these concepts in more detail, please feel free to reach out to me. Thank you for your time and participation. Here are the references from today's presentation.